What's going on YouTube? Double Edge Games here, and today we are getting down with our next review for the channel, which is going to be on that highly anticipated Doom. And of course, Doom has made its epic return from nearly 11 years from being absent from the gaming world. Doom has set the bar for FPS games ever since the original OG Doom back in like the 1990s. Doom is just one of those badass FPS games that pretty much takes the player on a murderous rampage, killing demons on Mars or Hell or whatever else he can get his hands on. Doom has made a name for itself by being a fast-paced, hardcore shooter just to keep the gamer on their toes. Now, with the game that literally sparked a revolution and pretty much took FPSs by storm, does this game actually hold up to the standard in today's gaming world? Let's find out in today's review.
They promised me so much.
Okay, now they cheating. I see I got a BFG to... Doom, honestly, when it comes to the single player, is pretty simple to understand. You're a space marine on Mars, and demons come to your world, they on your turf, they start fucking shit up. Quite frankly, you don't like that shit. So pretty much what you do is what any badass marine would do. You shoot everything on sight, and just make sure nothing else is standing in your way besides a puddle of destruction. Doom tries to explain the story a little bit more by telling the gamer an actual reason for the chaos, and because pretty much the UAC, which is actually the space station that's going to be on Mars, where they're actually using Hell's energy because it's an infinite power source. And just because it's an infinite power source, they can do whatever they want and actually take their technology to the next level. But of course, it's Hell's power, so it bites them in the ass, and therefore they literally just completely just mess up everything. It just fucked everything up, and now it's up to you just to make sure you actually clean up the mess. By there being a big mess to clean up. Did I not even tell you the fact that the original OG Doom games, they were not for the faint of heart either. They throw plenty of enemies at you, and you have to make sure you ration out your ammo, land them shots good, and don't pretty much just mess up. And in this game, they literally throw hordes of enemies at you. When the game first started, I was like, I might need to bump the the difficulty up, but no. They even throw mini bosses at you, not in one, not in two. They can throw up to almost 4 to 6 mini bosses at you with all the other enemies all at once, all trying to kill you. So this game definitely does not hold your hand, or does not actually make sure that it's just one of those games where you just burn through it for the story. Now, of course, some of the game even has full-on boss fights that I have not seen in FPS games in a very long time. And those boss fights were not very easy. I have died plenty of times on those boss fights because it actually put up a very good challenge. Oh man, I just love it. However, the gameplay can get repetitive at times because, to tell you the truth, you're going to be doing the exact same thing over and over. You're just going to be closing portals, opening doors, cleaning out rooms, killing mini bosses, so on and so forth. But in that defense, that's all the original Doom games were, and people ate that up. And of course, people were like, we need the original Doom. But pretty much that's exactly what the original Doom was. You just cleared out rooms, open up doors, kill enemies, so on and so forth. And then also the story at the very end, the ending was very, very underwhelming. I expected a little bit more. I've never beaten a game. It just felt like, oh, well, what do I do next?
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real fruity shit now, man. You finished?
Now, honestly, the multiplayer from Doom can honestly be a hit and miss for some gamers. Some gamers will love the refreshing taste of a shooter that actually is a fast-paced feel that takes a modern shooter and an arena-style shooter and pretty much mushes them together and has a baby with it. Pretty much some gamers may like that, and some may just flat out completely hate it and wanted to go back to the original roots of an old school arena shooter. And to tell you the truth and be honest, I enjoyed this mixture. The servers held up well, it was very little to almost no lag, and it provided a consistent match for me to where I didn't get frustrated playing online. And there are a ton of customization options all the way down to your armor plating, the color, and the weapon camos, and then also even the really goofy taunts that the game actually even has in the game. Now, with all that being said, honestly, the one thing I definitely did not like about the multiplayer were the maps. They felt kind of because mostly it was just pretty much either you're on Mars or you're in some hellish area, but to tell you the truth, that's the only other places you can go. Just wish they would have had a little bit more selections when it comes to maps, and it seems like there's not that many. And then also the overall weapon selection was very small. It seems like it just for some reason didn't hold up to the expectations that I was looking for when it comes to the content that was inside the multiplayer. It was very enjoyable. I do love that feel, but for some reason it seems to just be lacking just by a little bit. Seems like either it just needs some more weapons or some more maps, but for some reason I have a hunch it's gonna be released in DLC. But of course, some different ways to actually add to the replay value of Doom is actually by the new snap map mode, which honestly you can actually make some pretty dope maps in that game and actually share them onto the servers to where players can play on those maps and actually see some other people's ideas that they may have with Doom. So to add some replay value, and when it comes to either single player or multiplayer, you have those different options for you. To conclude this review, I would definitely say Doom was a very, very enjoyable experience. I'm a hardcore Doom fan, still have Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, even had the Brutal Doom mod for the PC. Definitely enjoyed Doom, has always been a fan of it and love the new version. So I would have to definitely rate this game a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason why I'm giving it this score, which is still a very good score, is because the single player felt like all it did was throw those enemies at you, and I wish it had a little bit of extra variety when it comes to just the different things that you were doing in the game. But then again, at the same time, it was a good refreshing taste because it was that OG Doom. And then at the same time, the multiplayer just felt like it was lacking a little bit, needs a little bit more weapons. Maps seems to be like kind of when it comes to design, and it feels like there's not that many maps as well. So I would definitely get rated a 8 out of 10. I would definitely recommend this game at full price because the game it's Doom. It's a badass game. Just go pick it up. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this review. Always leave a comment down below on the game you want for me to review next. And Mr. Shadow, thanks a lot for the suggestion, but trust me, man, I was already about to be on this bad boy. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is Double Edge Games, and peace out.